Hi guys, welcome to Leicester. Under this cover is a Rebo, which is always sold by Outdoor Toys, but they are slowly pressing into other shops and stuff now. Now if you look at that size, up to my knuckle, what else can I show you in here? This is their floor, not even one finger. Maybe I've got chubby fingers, but that's the floor that you sit on. That's how a Rebo climbing frame arrives. Then you'd find somebody like ourselves at climbingframeinstaller.co.uk, cover England and Wales, to turn up. However, what's happened is that the customer wanted something a bit better. So the Rebo arrived, they saw this, and now we built a custom tower in the garden. Custom tower here is a 1.5 at the front and a 1.8 or 9 at the back. So there's a good 2 or 3 meters of climbing space across the back of it. That means the rock wall is well oversized. I think it's amazing, look how high that is. And the cargo net coming off the back of it is even bigger. I might just straighten those up a little bit, put those eggs on wrong. It's a bit of a fail. Should have done that before the video. Right, this has a picnic bench, a ladder on the side, a rock wall this side, a slide off the front, and great big cargo net off the back. My perfect setup, separate swing unit, and that utilizes this space here. So all the moving parts and all the scary bits where kids are going to get donked will be in this section, and the kids can swing backwards and forwards. All the play and all the other bits can be over there, and the kids can run backwards and forwards. Now this perfect scenario, look at that fence. It is not level, guys. You cannot have a Rebo, Plum, Rainbow, Costco, like anything from there. The Argos sets that everyone's selling, they all build flat towers. Now if I put my phone completely level, I've got lines on it, that playhouse is out like in. So 1.5 meters, it's dropping a couple of inches. You can see by the door. That's what will happen to the tower. So now, if you walk up here and you step on it, you're not stood on a vertical, you stood on it on the side. And therefore, the actual unit is going to start twisting and pushing as and when the kids are in it. Our units, great big fat chunky legs. If you imagine my leg before, it's about there. So we're about there is a Rebo. So you're getting another 30% of wood on our legs, and that's a squared piece of wood. That's not rectangle like Plum and people use a 2x4. What's that done? So I started using those. Okay, the opposite as well. The floor. Oh, put it straight. That's what we use for the floor, and that's what we use for the bench to sit on. It means that even adults can go up. We also do an upgraded slide. We are finding us struggling with our supply at the minute for 1.5 slides, but they still have some 1.8s, which if I did that, the tower would be even higher. So we do either have them coming off like 8-foot slides, so they come off a bit lower, the 1.5, which is what this is, 10-foot slide. The supply is having some issues at the minute, but these are great units. Built the steps to fit. Everything is absolutely fine. All been sanded down as well. So all these corners. And then the swing unit over there. This is a perfect example of what to do when you have a sloping garden. Don't go and buy a flat pack and try and force it in. It's not going to work. It'll fall over. It's frankly dangerous. Or they did look at cutting in and going across and lifting up that side, but you're going to be looking at thousands of pounds of groundwork to level off a part of the garden that frankly is never going to be used as a level point again. So as and when this is gone, who knows what's going to be there. But you can just pull these legs out, or if the kids really get big, undo all of the tops and you can hang a hammock on the side, or a seated chair. We did for a couple of grandparents the other day where their kids now have got a bit older. They've still got one of these pole sets in their garden. So what we've done is we've literally built them a chair that hangs on chains, and then the kids' toys are now turned into adult use. So you can keep going with these frames, doing whatever you want to do. This is 4-inch wood. It is treated. This wood will grain slightly with the rounds. Just makes it look a little bit more natural, and it does actually show that it's a good quality wood if it swells and shrinks in the humid conditions and the sun, etc. There you go, guys. How does that look? Climbing frame installer, hit us up if you're looking for an install, and we'll come and do this. This is about 9 o'clock in the morning start, and it's just been myself, to be absolutely truthful, and I finished building both of these by around lunchtime. And the reason for that, the floor's pre-made, the walls are pre-made, the roof each side is pre-made. I did actually do the bench like here, cargo, rock wall, everything as much as we can gets prefabbed. So time in your garden is actually in, out, concrete. Only thing that will be left to do, just put a little bit of mud over the top of all these holes and put a bit down some grass seed if the customer wants, or just put some mud back down and the grass will fly back over. And that's the only thing you need to do as a customer. If we come out and do a flat pack, then you're taking pallets. I've got a customer at the minute I'm waiting up in Liverpool, where she was missing a leg. Had a customer the other day in Chatteris, I think it was, that was missing the swing legs, and then they actually got sent out. We turned up for the second visit, and then they sent out the 2.1s again instead of 2.4 meters. So customer gets charged for us to do an install. We have to stop at the swings. We turn back up, take a whole day out, go traveling over there, turn up in their garden at just gone 8 o'clock in the morning, unwrap the plastic off the legs, and the customer sadly charged again for another recall because of Wiki's mistake. With a flat pack, then we turn up, we're expecting everything to be there. If this is their business to be making sure it's right. With a custom set, it's up to us to make sure it's right and do the install correctly. How does that look? Hit us up, climbingframeinstaller.co.uk.